Hey guys, how's it going? So today I'm sitting here on my floor, that's my makeup area behind me, with all my palettes that I decided to keep. And I thought I would talk you through that and like why I decided to keep them and what I like about them and stuff like that. I got rid of maybe a little bit less than half of my palette collection. I'm probably going to try to do this to like almost all my makeup, so I'll keep this series going. Maybe make them not 3 videos each because that seems crazy. But there's a lot of palettes, so I think I still have single eyeshadows to go through. Why do I even have single eyeshadows? That's a great question. ColourPop. Anyway, I'm gonna get to it and I'll give you guys the rundown on what I decided to keep. So while I'm sitting here, this is the pile I have left over. If I can, I will insert a clip of what the pile looked like when I started, so you can see how much less this is. Okay, now let me just run down with you what I decided to keep and kind of why. Okay, the Artist Palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. That yellow is amazing. End of subject, I could leave. This is actually a great palette for like being kind of creative. It's actually a pretty good palette for traveling actually, so I feel like this one has some stuff in it that probably isn't covered in other places, even though sometimes it may look like it. This is the Artist Palette by Laura Mercier. This is a great travel palette. It's just like a bunch of beautiful neutrals. This African Violet shade is amazing, and you guys may remember it from such videos as me telling Sarah that that color makes everyone look like they got punched in the face by their boyfriend. Fantastic color. This is the Kevyn Aucoin Electropop palette. That's just stunning. They're all like sparkly, but also very colorful. Love it. In a similar vein, the Urban Decay Electric palette. Of course I'm gonna keep this. That's amazing. Some sleek palettes here. These are a biznatch for me to open. Like all the Morphe palettes are this way too. This package style is a biznatch for me to open. There you go. It's just a bunch of really like beautiful sparkly purple shades and stuff like that. I don't know, I really like these sleek palettes. I could probably like let this guy go. In fact, I will. Never mind on this one. I'm letting it go. Watch me. Let's look at this one. This is beautiful. Yeah, I like this palette. Just lots of really beautiful shades. This is great for travel also. I have a lot of palettes that I like just because they're great for travel. That's not really a great excuse. This sleek palette, obviously I'm keeping it. Like, that's kind of amazing. Why would you even give me this weird foam thing? Like, what? No, don't give me that. I don't even want it. Naked Basics palette. Everyone has to have that. It's like a requirement for life. This is a Buxom palette that I actually built myself with my favorite Buxom colors. I haven't ever used it, but they're my favorite Buxom colors, so I'm keeping it because I like these colors. And it made me happy. It sparked joy, guys. If you get my Marie Kondo reference, you get 10 points. This is the Artist Palette. I like things called Artist Palette. That's what I just learned. This is the Lorac Artist Palette. I really like this palette. Actually really great for travel. This comes with 2 actual brushes, but neither one of them is great. And I haven't used either one of them. This is the Lorac Party Palette. Yeah, that's good stuff. Dose of Colors Hidden Treasures palette. Heck yeah, I'm gonna like this one. This has every color I kind of like in it. I don't know if you can tell how foiled those are, but they are. They are foiled AF. Sugar Pill Pro palette. Hell yes. Yes, just a bunch of just ridiculously matte neon colors. That's actually why I gave away so much of the Morphe like bright stuff, even though I thought I would want to keep it forever and ever. Because I already had it. Okay, this pile is Natasha Denona. This all speaks for itself. You can't get rid of Natasha Denona, it's illegal in all 50 states. So these are the like small palettes I have. They are good for everything, every time, everywhere. Just stunning. This formula is amazeballs. It's just so beautiful. I'll go run through these real quick. The Lila palette. Hell yes. How beautiful is that? That's weird because this color in my viewfinder looks like more purple than it actually is. The Sunset palette. Gorgeous sunsetty shades. And like all those palettes that I gave away that were Morphe, I actually might give away some more, are basically these colors. So why would I use Morphe shadow if I could use Natasha Denona shadow? The answer is because I want both. But that's not gonna happen. What is this? This is Star palette. So gorge. And then there's like the green palette and the purple palette. I think these are the OG 2 palettes. These are stuck together. I love it when these stick together. I hate it when these stick together. So this one's like super neutral and also greens. This color right here is so stunning. I actually have 2 of this one. This palette gets more use, as you can tell. This palette is, look at this color. Like, it just hurts my soul. I love it. All right. The Lorac Pro Metal palette. Yeah, this is great. This palette I kept, despite the fact that it's completely boring, because when I have to go to a work interview, I need so much kitten it hurts. And this doesn't even look like I've ever touched it. And I've used this in sugar and this color. I've used this palette like 100 million times actually. Usually for interviews. It's my go-to interview palette. ColourPop Golden State of Mind. Like, that is some foil goodness. I think I just kept everything that was foiled, is really what happened. That's probably not a great strategy for decluttering, but here we are. A Narcissus palette. With an actually like okay brush. This is their like dual shadow formula where you can put it on wet or dry. That color alone is a reason for me to keep this palette. Actually that palette's like moderately boring, but I really like NARS shadows. I like MAC shadows too. This palette is really great neutral palette. I'm not going to show you all of the Urban Decay palettes because I assume you all know what those look like. If you're watching this video, you know those palettes. The Lorac Pro palette. You kind of can't go wrong with these palettes. That one's like warmer and this is cooler. I obviously use the cooler one less. But I think it's pretty, so I'm going to keep it. There's not like a lot of rhyme and reason to this stuff because like some of these things I'm just like, I'm keeping it because I want to. And that's good enough reason for me. It sparks joy. This is the Japanese palette. Oh my god, these colors. Like, I don't think that's gonna relay on camera, but these colors are crazy sparkly stunning. Gorgeous. The swatch on that palette was amazeballs. Here's another Narcissus palette. Will they stop naming things Narcissus? This guy is just everything. Like, you need some sparkly red eye. There you go. Why do I keep these things? I should get rid of them. This is full of individual shadows. And these shadows come from Coastal Scents. These were $1 a piece, people. $1. Look at this, like, amazing palette. I have a bunch of these. I have little ones, too. Where'd they go? Oh, they're over there. I got these from that chick who... What the heck is her name? She was on Etsy, and she originally was famous for making the first rainbow highlighter. That was that girl. She made palettes before she made that highlighter. Here's another one. I think these are also all Coastal Scents shadows, but we'll see. Yep, these are. Just all the colors of the rainbow. They were $1, one day to order Coastal Scent Shadows, so I think I spent like 80 bucks and got all the awesome shadows that I've ever wanted from them. This is my favorite one. And here, yes, some mattes. Okay, these are Visart palettes. I have never used them, but I love them, and I want to hold them and hoard them like a dragon. This is all mattes, and these are just gorgeous colors. So here I am keeping these. I'm gonna take the little paper out of it and leave it out so that I can see them. These are all metallics. And who doesn't need boring metallic neutral metallics? I'm into it. Speaking of boring neutral metallics, actually these are probably not. These are probably mattes. This is a prefab MAC palette. That is really awesome. And I've never used it. But like, I don't know what all the ones in here. Oh yeah, okay, so like that saddle. These are like all their most famous shadows, like the most bought shadows, I think. So they had this palette for a while where you could get every shadow that was like the most popular shadow ever, and these are they. So it's a great neutral palette for like just getting it done. I have to sneeze really soon. Okay, sneezed. Alright, this is the OG Vice palette. I love this palette. It's great. It's beautiful. I like Dragon. I like Sonic. I like Bondage. These are a bunch of really great colors. There's no reason to get rid of this guy. The Urban Decay Full Spectrum palette here is also beautiful. I hate the packaging. Oh wait, this packaging's okay. There's another one that's gross. Did I keep that one? I didn't keep it, so we're great. This is a gorgeous palette. This just has like all the options. So why would I not keep this palette? This is the Makeup Geek Manny MUA palette. I struggled on whether or not to keep this, but I actually like it. And this color's gorgeous. So I'm gonna keep it. And if I decide that I don't use it after a while, I'll give this one away too. But for now, it's staying. Makeup Forever Artist palette. Is this Artist or Artist 2? I think it's just Artist. Those are great, great colors. Oh, yeah, here's the one I hate. The packaging. Why would you make packaging where if I pick it up, the lid just comes off? Ugh. That way you can see the names, maybe. I think this is the 15-year anniversary palette. Nope, this is the Urban Spectrum eyeshadow palette. I think this was the one I wanted because it looks like the 15-year anniversary palette. It has some really great shades in it. Anyway, for me to keep only 3 Urban Decay palettes is saying something. Something happened in my psyche. This is Tartelette in Bloom. If you need a neutral palette, the Tartelette palette is the way to go. I get more neutral palettes than I thought I would. I actually got rid of a lot though, so that is the Tartelette palette. You can't even tell. It doesn't look like it, but I have used the crap out of this. Like I've actually like rubbed these down pretty well, but I like that palette a lot. This is the 25C. There's so much cat hair. That's just something. That's just gorgeous. Yes, of course I'm keeping that. Okay. I'm gonna scoot me so I can get more stuff. Okay, here's my two Marc Jacobs palettes. I gave away a big Marc Jacobs palette and I feel wrong inside my soul, but it had to be done. But oh my god, look at this palette. Yes. It is beautiful. It is a thing of gorgeousness. It is the Siren. I even keep it in its little bag still. Because I'm that girl who keeps things in their bag. This is the Vamp. I like this one too. There's another one I really like. I think it's called the Owl. I really like that one. Alright. What else we Just not far enough. Here are all the Urban Decay Naked palettes. Naked 1, Naked 2, Naked 3, Naked Smoky, Naked Heat, and Naked Cherry. These are staying. Y'all know what these look like. I'm not showing them to you. Get over it. Oh, this is the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill Vault. I don't know if you guys have seen this. This is brand new to me, so I'm for sure not giving it away because I haven't even tried these yet. But they all looked like in store. They look great. So this is basically the Morphe palette that I got rid of. That palette is my favorite thing that has ever lived. Like, oh my god, every one of those shades is stunning. Wow. That one right there. I don't know how these are coming across to you, but this thing is gorgeous. A little smokiness in this one. So I'm keeping this guy because I can. And they were smart, and they put this little thing in there so you can get it back out later. Get that back in now. What a nightmare to put back in. Okay, Fenty Beauty. Hell yes. This guy is just crazy stunning. I cannot wait to play with this. I haven't played with it yet. Violet Voss Holy Grail Pro eyeshadow palettes. That's the Holy Grail one. It's every color I love. It's also every color I give away because I kept this one. This, so good. These are very like, kind of like Natasha Denona palettes. Except way cheaper. Just like ridiculously cheaper. Alright. This is the Melt Cosmetics Pro palette. I'm gonna get rid of this palette is actually what's gonna happen. Because, I just stuffed my fingers in that. Because this giant thing holds these melt pans. And they all stick together. And I would rather have them just like stacked together, and it has a top that's a mirror. I'm just gonna go ahead and do that like right here on camera. I used to have them as separate little kits, but like why? I guess I don't have to, I guess I still have to take, I was gonna say, I guess I don't have to take them out and separate them every time to see what's what, but I still would have to do that. So this thing is just too much. I thought it would be awesome for these, and so I bought it, and it's just too much. So I'm gonna put these like this, and then I'm gonna put the top on one of them, and I'm gonna store just this thing. Melt Cosmetics eyeshadows, by the way, are the shiz bomb. Like, beautiful, beautiful shadows. Why am I making you watch this? That's a very good question. I should have asked myself that, but I didn't, so here we are. And we're almost done. Okay, there we go. Now I have a giant stack, and that takes up so much less room. Put that there. I'm gonna get rid of this. I thought it was gonna be awesome. It's not awesome. A for effort, Noel. It's the one Kat Von D palette. I kept the Serpentina palette. Guys, that's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I'm just keeping it. I'm gonna see if it works out. If it doesn't, that's okay. I'll just get rid of it in the next round. Soft Box Battle Lash palette. That color, that color, that color, yeah. I also kept the Dose of Colors Ice Cream palette. I feel like I just like it. I'm just keeping it. The Morphe Dare to Create palette. That's a lot of really good colors. That's a lot of really good colors. So I'm keeping it. Here's a big old stack of Morphe palettes that I'm keeping. I actually gave away more than I thought I would. This is the 35p palette. It's all the purples. This is great if you need to do a smoky eye. This is a 35F palette. a lot of shimmery palettes, or shimmery shadows. Hi, shimmery palettes. It is a lot of shimmery palettes. Noelle, why do you have so many shimmery palettes? This is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill OG palette. This is my favorite palette of all time so far. I use this palette all the time. You can tell it's just gross, like schmutzy. The multicolor matte I thought was really interesting because they have a whole bunch of different shades of matte. Mostly I'm keeping this because I do a lot of costuming and I thought this would be interesting for that. The Color Glam palette, because who doesn't need all those colors? And the last, like, I have the new Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. Is also beautiful. And I'm sure I'll get a lot of use out of this, so I kept it. And here's a bunch of Morphe singles that I bought. Boop. So, I kept everything that was a single. Those are all these palettes that are over here. I'll show them to you. But I wasn't gonna get rid of single shadow palette. What are this called? Z palettes. This is the Morphe Z palette. It's not see-through, which I kind of hate. These are all Makeup Geek shadows. I own every Makeup Geek shadow that exists. So there's that. That's not all of them, obviously. There's more Z palettes of them. These are just like random shadows that I had laying around. This one is mostly MAC shadows that I had in single format, and I depotted them all and put them in here because they take up a lot less room and I hate single shadows. These are just random shadows that I had and I decided to depot those and make Z palettes because Z palettes take up so much less space. Same here. These I think are like largely Ulta shadows, like from Ulta drugstore. Here's some more Makeup Geek. I should put these with these. Oh, they're the different size, that's why. Here's more Makeup Geek. I think I spent like $500 and just bought all the Makeup Geek shadows. These are the NYX shadows. Oh, they have new, by the way, I don't actually own every Makeup Geek shadow that exists. They came out with a new, like, line. These are the OG shadows. I own every one of. I think these actually are the new Makeup Geek foiled shadows. Whoa, I almost stuck my finger in that. What is this? This doesn't say. And it would, so I don't know what this is. These might be, yeah, hot makeup. I don't know what these are. They're pretty. Here's some more. Thought they'd be Makeup Forever. Anyway, Makeup Geek came out with some foiled shadows, and I don't have all of those, although I think some of the ones in the little pans, I think were Makeup Geek. I think this is all Makeup Geek foiled shadows. Yeah, these are all Makeup Geek foiled shadows. Those are not Coastal Scents. I think they came out with other ones since I bought all those, but I own all the OG ones. And lastly, we have Makeup Forever shadows, which is a great place to buy shadows. I do have this little box of shadows. This guy, Comfort Zone, super famous. I have Plaid to the Bone and Velour Vixen from Wet n Wild, and Don't Be a Poser. I have this Kiko shadow, which I got when I was in London, and I really like it. And then I have Charlotte Tilbury, the Dolce Vita palette. I love this palette. It's simple and beautiful and easy. This is the Theory palette by Viseart. Haven't tried it yet. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be awesome because Viseart makes... I think my camera just cut out on the last one. This is Honeymoon by Tom Ford. So that was it. That's what I kept. And why I kept it. I hope you guys enjoyed this little tour of the shadow palettes that I've kept. now you guys have that for when you can compile these into my collection video if you want to. I will see you guys next time with another video. Please like this video if you liked it and subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.